The massive alien ship moved slowly through space toward the small blue planet. Captain Taemin stood on the bridge, looking out at Earth through the window. He was excited. This was his first time leading a group of alien visitors to his home world. "Beautiful planet," said Veltar, one of the crystal-like Vellani aliens. His body sparkled in the light from Earth's sun. "So peaceful looking." Commander Sora smiled at the alien guests. There were 12 different types of aliens on the ship. Some looked like tall trees with moving branches. Others were like floating clouds of gas inside clear containers. All of them wanted to learn about Earth and its people. "We are happy to show you our world," Sora said. "Earth will be a good member of the Galactic Federation." The ship moved closer to Earth. Lieutenant Hyun Woo was checking the landing computers. He looked up from his work and spoke to the aliens. "We will land in Korea," he said. "It is a safe place. The earthquakes there are only magnitude 6 most of the time." The aliens stopped talking. Veltar's crystal body started shaking. "Did you say earthquakes?" asked Morphic, one of the gas cloud aliens. "Yes, but do not worry," Hyunwoo said with a smile. "Magnitude 6 is not dangerous. We built our cities to handle much stronger ones." The tree-like alien called Elder Grove made a sound like wind through leaves. "On our world, a magnitude 4 earthquake would destroy everything." Sora looked confused. "Really? But magnitude 6 happens all the time. Children play outside during small earthquakes like that." Dr. Jin'e joined the conversation. She was Earth's top expert on alien life forms. "Perhaps your people are more sensitive than humans," she said kindly. "We humans can live almost anywhere on Earth." "What do you mean by anywhere?" Veltar asked. His voice sounded worried. "Well," Jin'e said, thinking, "humans live in the hottest deserts and the coldest icelands. We live on top of tall mountains where the air is thin. We live near active volcanoes. Some humans even work deep under the ocean where the pressure would crush most things." The aliens looked at each other. They seemed scared. "Humans also live in places with dangerous storms," Jin'e continued. "Hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards. We have learned to build houses that can survive these things." "What about radiation?" asked another alien. This one looked like a large insect with too many eyes. "Oh, humans handle radiation pretty well," Jin'e said. "We live at all different heights on Earth. The higher you go, the more radiation from space hits you. But humans live everywhere from sea level to high mountains." The insect alien's eyes all moved at once. "We cannot survive more than basic levels of cosmic radiation." Dr. Jin'e nodded. "Earth's atmosphere protects us from the worst radiation. But we still get some. Humans who fly in airplanes get extra radiation. Pilots and flight attendants are fine, though." Elder Grove made his wind sound again. "Your people sound very strong." "Not really," Sora said. "We are just normal. Every human child learns to swim in case they fall in water. We teach them to survive in forests or deserts if they get lost." "You teach children to survive in the wilderness?" Veltar asked. "Of course," Hyunwoo said. "What if their plane crashes in the mountains? What if they get lost while hiking? Basic survival skills are important." The aliens were quiet for a long time. The ship began landing on Earth. As they got closer to the ground, the aliens could see a city below them. Tall buildings reached toward the sky. Roads were full of vehicles moving fast. "Your cities are very tall," Morphic said. "We build up because we have limited space," Sora explained. "Some of our buildings are over 100 stories high." "What if they fall down?" asked the insect alien. "They are built to be safe," Jin'e said. "They can survive strong earthquakes and high winds. We test them to make sure." The ship landed in a park in Seoul. Sora led the aliens outside. The air was warm and humid. Several aliens immediately started having trouble breathing. "The air is so thick," Veltar said. "And wet." "This is normal summer weather," Sora said. "The humidity is only about 80% today." A group of human children was playing in the park nearby. They were running and laughing. Suddenly dark clouds covered the sun. Thunder crashed loudly across the sky. The alien visitors jumped and looked around in fear. "Lightning flashed bright across the clouds. We must take shelter," Elder Grove said, his branches shaking. Sora looked up at the sky. "It is just a thunderstorm. Nothing to worry about." The human children in the park were still playing. They pointed at the lightning and laughed when thunder made loud sounds. Rain started falling hard. "The young humans are not afraid," Veltar said. His crystal body was shaking more now. "Children love storms," Dr. Jin'e said. "They think lightning is exciting." "But lightning could kill them," Morphic said. "Lightning rarely hits people. Hyunwoo explained. And humans know how to stay safe in storms. We just avoid standing under tall trees or on top of hills. More lightning flashed across the sky. The thunder was so loud that several aliens fell down from fear, but the human children just laughed louder and danced in the rain. Your children play in electrical storms for fun? The insect alien asked. Why not? Sora asked. It is just weather. Elder Grove's branches were moving wildly. On my world, an electrical storm like this would kill everything for miles around. Really? Jinne asked. But this is just a small summer storm. Wait until you see a real typhoon. All the aliens made scared sounds at the same time. Perhaps, Veltar said carefully, we should go back to the ship and talk. Sora looked confused. But you just got here. Do you not want to see more of Earth? We have seen enough for today, Elder Grove said quickly. As they walked back to the ship, the aliens whispered to each other in their own languages. The humans could not understand what they were saying, but the aliens sounded worried. Back on the ship, the aliens held an emergency meeting without the humans. They talked for hours about what they had seen and heard. These humans, Veltar said, they live in conditions that would kill most of us. And they think it is normal, Morphic added. Their children play in deadly storms, said the insect alien. Elder Grove made his wind sound. I think we need to change Earth's safety rating. From peaceful farming world to what? Asked Veltar. I do not know yet, Elder Grove said. But these humans are not what we expected. The aliens sent messages to the Galactic Federation. They needed more time to study Earth and its people. Something was very different about this world and the humans who lived there. Outside, the storm was ending. Human children were still playing in the park, splashing in puddles left by the rain. To them, it had been just another fun day on their home planet Earth. The next morning, Dr. Minho was ready to give his presentation about Earth's life forms. The alien visitors sat in a circle around him, still looking worried from the day before. Commander Sora thought the aliens just needed to learn more about Earth to feel better. Today we will learn about the tiny life on our planet, Minho said with a friendly smile. Let me start with human biology. He turned on a large screen that showed pictures of bacteria. The image showed thousands of small round shapes. These are the bacteria that live inside every human, Minho explained. A normal human carries about 40 trillion bacteria in their body. Veltar's crystal body started shaking again. Did you say 40 trillion? Yes, Minho said proudly. These bacteria help humans digest food and fight off sickness. We could not live without them. The insect alien made clicking sounds with his mouth. On our world, that many bacteria would be called a plague weapon. Minho looked confused. But they are helpful bacteria. They protect us from bad bacteria that might make us sick. Elder Grove's branches moved slowly. You mean humans fight bacteria with other bacteria? Exactly, Minho said, happy that Elder Grove understood. The good bacteria eat the bad bacteria before they can hurt us. Dr. Yunji stood up next. She was Earth's top expert on plants and environments. Would you like to take a walk outside? I can show you some of our plants. The aliens followed her outside, but they stayed close together like scared animals. Yunji stopped next to some green bushes. This is called poison oak, she said. It is very common on Earth. Poison? Morphic asked quickly. Why do you allow poison plants near your cities? Oh, poison oak is not really dangerous, Yunji laughed. It just makes your skin itch and turn red if you touch it. Most humans learn to avoid it when they are children. She pointed to a tree nearby. These are pine trees. They make a chemical that keeps insects away from them. More poison? Veltar asked. Not exactly poison, Yunji said. Just natural pest control. Humans like the smell. We use it to make soap and cleaning products. The aliens moved away from the trees. Yunji walked to a small garden area. Here we grow vegetables and herbs for cooking. She picked up a small red pepper. This is a chili pepper. Humans love to eat these. What does it taste like? Asked the insect alien. It burns your mouth, Yunji said happily. The plant makes capsaicin to stop animals from eating it. But humans think the burning feeling tastes good. All the aliens stepped back from Yunji. You eat plants that try to hurt you? Elder Grove asked. Many human foods are like that, Yunji explained. Coffee beans are poisonous to most animals, but humans drink coffee every day. Chocolate is toxic to many species, but humans love it. Dr. Dong-hyun joined the group. He studied life in Earth's oceans. Would you like to hear about sea creatures? he asked. Before the aliens could say no, Dong-hyun started showing pictures on a small computer. This is the deep ocean, he said. The picture showed complete darkness. No light reaches down here. The water pressure would crush most spacecraft instantly. Nothing could live there, Veltar said. Actually, lots of creatures live there, Dong-hyun said excitedly. Look at this fish. The picture showed a strange fish with glowing teeth. It makes its own light through chemical reactions in its body. That is impossible, Morphic said. Not on Earth, Dong-hyun replied. Many deep-sea creatures make their own light. And look at these. He showed pictures of strange worms. These live next to underwater volcanoes where the water is boiling hot. The aliens made worried sounds. The water temperature there is over 400 degrees, Dong-hyun continued. Hot enough to melt metal. But these worms love it. They eat chemicals that would kill most life forms. Dr. Soo-jin walked over to the group. She was a doctor who studied diseases and how to fight them. I heard you talking about Earth biology, she said. Did you know that human children actually need to be exposed to bacteria and viruses to grow up healthy? The aliens all moved further away from the humans. What do you mean? Asked Elder Grove. Human immune systems learn by fighting off infections, Soo-jin explained. Children who are kept too clean get sick more often as adults. A little bit of sickness when they are young makes them stronger later. Your species uses disease as medicine? Veltar asked. In a way, yes, Soo-jin said. We also inject weakened viruses into healthy people to teach their bodies how to fight stronger diseases. We call it vaccination. You inject diseases into healthy people? The insect alien asked. Dead or weakened diseases, Soo-jin said. It is very safe. This is how we stopped many deadly sicknesses from killing humans. Captain Jae-won of Earth's Space Defense Force walked by and heard the conversation. Are you telling them about human biology? He asked. Did you mention how we survived the ice ages? Ice ages? Morphic asked. Every few thousand years, Earth gets much colder, Jae-won explained. Ice covers most of the planet. Most life dies, but humans always survive somehow. How many ice ages have humans survived? Elder Grove asked. Jae-won thought for a moment. Maybe 10 or 12. We also survived when a giant space rock hit Earth and killed the dinosaurs, and several times when supervolcanoes exploded and covered the sky with ash. Your planet tries to kill you regularly? Veltar asked. Earth goes through changes, Jae-won said with a smile. Humans adapt. We are good at surviving. What about disease? Soo-jin added. Humans have survived planet-wide plagues many times. Diseases that killed half the population. But humans always came back stronger. The aliens looked at each other with fear in their eyes. Dr. Minho spoke up again. Oh, I forgot to mention the acid in human stomachs. Acid? Asked the insect alien. Human stomachs make very strong acid to digest food, Minho said. Strong enough to dissolve metal. It kills most bacteria that humans accidentally eat. Your digestive system uses acid that can melt metal? Veltar asked. How else would we break down all the different foods we eat? Minho asked. Humans can eat almost anything. Plants, animals, fungi. Our stomachs handle it all. Sora noticed that the aliens were looking sick. Are you feeling okay? She asked with concern. We need to go back to our ship, Elder Grove said quickly. We need to rest. Of course, Sora said. This must be a lot of new information for you. The aliens hurried back to their ship. Once inside, they held another emergency meeting. These humans live with bacteria that would be weapons on our worlds, Veltar said. They eat poison for fun, added Morphic. Their planet regularly tries to kill them with ice, fire, and plague, said Elder Grove. And they think this is normal. The insect alien clicked his mouth parts nervously. What kind of species evolves on a world like this? A very dangerous one, Veltar answered. The aliens sent more messages to the Galactic Federation. They asked for emergency protocols for dealing with extremely dangerous life forms. But they were not sure if the protocols would help with humans. Outside the ship, the humans were going about their normal day. Children played in parks full of poisonous plants. Adults drank coffee and ate spicy food. Everyone seemed happy and healthy. The aliens watched through their ship windows and wondered what other terrible surprises Earth might have for them. Dr. Dayun was excited to teach the alien visitors about human history. She was an expert on how humans developed over thousands of years. The aliens sat in their meeting room looking nervous but trying to be polite. Let me tell you how humans became the top hunters on Earth, Daun said with a warm smile. Humans are hunters? Veltar asked. His crystal body was already starting to shake. Oh yes, Diane said proudly. Humans are persistence hunters. We do not run fast like other animals. Instead, we follow our prey until it gets too tired to run anymore. The aliens looked at each other with wide eyes. You hunt by following things until they die of exhaustion? Elder Grove asked. It is very effective, Daun explained. A human can walk or run slowly for many hours without stopping. Most animals can run fast, but only for short distances. So humans would follow deer or antelope all day long. Eventually, the animal would be too tired to keep running. How long can humans chase prey? Asked Morphic. Some humans can run for 8 to 10 hours without stopping, Daun said. There are records of humans chasing animals for 2 or 3 days until they caught them. The insect alien made clicking sounds of fear. Former Olympic athlete Wu Jin joined the conversation. Would you like to see human physical abilities? He asked. Before the aliens could say no, Wu Jin started jogging in place. He was moving at what he thought was a very slow, easy pace. This is how fast I jog when I am warming up, Wu Jin said. He was barely breathing hard. Veltar was staring at Wu Jin with shock. How fast are you moving? Only about 15 kilometers per hour, Wu Jin said. Very slow for a human. That is faster than our maximum emergency speed, Veltar whispered. Really? Wu Jin asked. But this is just my warm-up pace. I can run much faster when I need to, and I can keep this speed for several hours. All the aliens moved their chairs away from Wu Jin. How fast can you run when you try hard? Asked Elder Grove. Maybe 35 or 40 kilometers per hour for short distances, Wu Jin said. But the world record for humans is over 45 kilometers per hour. The aliens were silent for a long moment. Military historian Sung Ho decided to join the discussion. Are you talking about human physical abilities? That reminds me of our military history. Military? Morphic asked nervously. Humans have always been good at fighting, Sung Ho said. We developed many clever ways to win battles against stronger enemies. He showed the aliens pictures of old castles and cities. When humans could not defeat an enemy with direct fighting, we would surround their cities and wait, Sung Ho explained. We would stop all food and water from reaching them. Then we would just wait until they gave up. You would starve entire cities? Veltar asked. It is called a siege, Sung Ho said. Some sieges lasted for years. Humans are very patient when we need to be. Years? Elder Grove asked. The longest siege in human history lasted 21 years, Sung Ho said proudly. The humans attacking the city never gave up. They just waited and waited until the city finally surrendered. The aliens looked horrified. Humans also developed guerrilla warfare, Sung Ho continued. When a big army tried to conquer us, small groups of humans would hide in forests or mountains. They would attack the big army in small raids, then disappear. Like parasites, the insect alien whispered. I suppose that is similar, Sung Ho said. The small human groups would keep attacking until the big army got tired of fighting and went home. Humans never really lose wars. We just make winning too expensive for our enemies. Detective Nare walked into the room. I heard you talking about human persistence, she said. That reminds me of police work. Police work? Asked Morphic. Humans are very good at solving crimes, Nare explained. We can track down criminals even if they try to hide for many years. How do you find criminals who are hiding? Veltar asked. We never stop looking, Nare said simply. Human police will investigate a crime for decades if necessary. We call them cold cases when they take a long time to solve. Decades? Elder Grove asked. The oldest case I know of was solved after 60 years, Nare said. The detective who started the case had died of old age. But other detectives kept working on it until they found the criminal. What if the criminal dies too? Asked the insect alien. Then we solve the case anyway, Nare said. Humans do not like giving up on problems. We keep working on them until we find answers. Coach Kyung-soo entered the room carrying some sports equipment. Are you showing our guests human abilities? He asked. Perfect timing. I was about to start training for the marathon. What is a marathon? Veltar asked carefully. Humans run 42 kilometers without stopping, Kyung-soo explained. It is a fun race that many humans do for exercise. 2 kilometers? Morphic asked. Without stopping? That is just a regular marathon, Kyung-soo said. Some humans do ultra-marathons. Those can be 100 kilometers or more. You run 100 kilometers for fun? Elder Grove asked. Some humans run even further, Kyung-soo said excitedly. There are races across entire deserts. The longest race I know of is 4,800 kilometers. It takes humans about 65 days to finish. The aliens all made sounds of fear at the same time. Why would humans do this? Feltar asked. Because it is challenging, Kyung-soo said with a big smile. Humans like to test themselves. We want to see how far we can go and how much we can do. There are also Ironman competitions, Kyung-soo continued. Humans swim for 4 kilometers in the ocean. Then they ride bicycles for 180 kilometers. Then they run a full 42-kilometer marathon, all in the same day. That would kill most species, the insect alien said. Thousands of humans do Ironman races every year, Kyung-soo said, including humans who are 60 or 70 years old. Daeun spoke up again. This is why humans spread across the entire planet so quickly. When we found a new place to live, we would walk there. It did not matter how far it was or how dangerous the journey was. How far did humans walk? Asked Elder Grove. From Africa to Australia is about 15,000 kilometers, Daeun said. Early humans walked that far to find new homes. They crossed deserts, mountains, and frozen wastelands. They walked 15,000 kilometers, Veltar asked. That was just one journey, Daeun said. Humans walked to every continent on Earth. We crossed ice bridges between continents during ice ages. We built boats to cross oceans. We climbed over mountain ranges that touched the clouds. And humans did this without technology, Morphic asked. They had very simple tools, Daeun said. Mostly just sharp stones and wooden spears. But they never stopped moving forward. Wu Jin was still jogging in place. This is fun, he said. I think I will go for a real run now. Maybe 20 or 30 kilometers today. You're going to run 30 kilometers now? Veltar asked. Why not? Wu Jin asked. The weather is nice. I have nothing else to do this afternoon. Wu Jin left the room at his easy jogging pace. Through the windows, the aliens could see him running down the street. He looked like he could run forever. I think we have learned enough for today, Elder Grove said quietly. The aliens returned to their ship for another emergency meeting. They were starting to understand that humans were very different from other species in the galaxy. They hunt by never giving up, Feltar said. They fight wars by making victory too costly, added Morphic. They solve crimes by never stopping the investigation, said the insect alien. And they think running 100 kilometers is fun, Elder Grove. Finished. The aliens sent urgent messages to the Galactic Federation. They were beginning to think that humans might be the most dangerous species they had ever encountered. But the humans seemed so friendly and happy that the aliens were confused about what to do. Outside, more humans were jogging through the park. Some were pushing baby carriages while they ran. Others were running with their dogs. To them, it was just normal daily exercise. The aliens watched and wondered if they had made a terrible mistake by coming to Earth. Dr. Haywan was the world's leading expert on how humans evolved and changed over time. She was eager to share her knowledge with the alien visitors. The aliens sat in the meeting room looking more worried than ever. Human evolution is fascinating, Haywan began with enthusiasm. Humans spread across the entire planet in just a few thousand years. How is that possible? Asked Veltar, his crystal body flickering nervously. Humans are the most adaptable species on Earth, Haywan explained. When humans moved to cold places, their bodies learned to handle the cold better. When they moved to hot deserts, they learned to survive with less water. You mean humans changed their biology? Elder Grove asked. Not exactly, Haywan said. But human bodies can adapt to new conditions within a single lifetime. For example, humans who live in mountains have larger lungs to breathe. The thin air, the aliens shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Humans who live in hot deserts can survive losing much more water from their bodies than other humans, Haywan continued. And humans who live in cold places have better blood flow to keep their hands and feet warm. These changes happen during one human's life? Asked Morfitch. Yes, Haywan said proudly. Humans do not just evolve over many generations. We adapt quickly to new environments. This is why humans can live anywhere on Earth. Engineer Youngsik joined the conversation. He was carrying a toolbox and looked like he had been fixing something. Are you talking about human adaptation? He asked. That reminds me of how humans solve problems. What do you mean? Asked the insect alien. Youngsik sat down and opened his toolbox. When humans have a problem, we do not always find the smartest solution. Sometimes we just try harder until something works. He pulled out a large hammer. See this? When complicated alien technology breaks, sometimes the best fix is to hit it with a hammer. The alien stared at the hammer with fear. You attack broken technology with blunt instruments? Feltar asked. Not attack, Young Six said with a laugh. Just percussive maintenance. Sometimes a gentle tap in the right place fixes things that complicated repairs cannot fix. Does this actually work? Elder Grove asked. More often than you would think, Young Six said. Humans are good at brute force solutions. If we cannot solve a problem with intelligence, we solve it with persistence and determination. Dr. Sangmin entered the room. He was a doctor who studied how human minds work under stress. I heard you discussing human adaptation, Sangmin said. Did you know that humans actually get stronger when bad things happen to them? Stronger how? Asked Morphich. Human minds and bodies become tougher after surviving difficult experiences, Sangmin explained. We call it post-traumatic growth. Trauma makes humans stronger? Veltar asked in shock. Not all trauma, Sangmin said carefully. But humans who survive wars, natural disasters, or serious illnesses often become mentally stronger than they were before. That seems impossible, Elder Grove said. Human communities work the same way, Sangmin continued. When a disaster hits a human city, the survivors usually work together better than before. Shared hardship makes humans cooperate more effectively. Mountain climber Bora walked into the room wearing heavy boots and carrying climbing equipment. Perfect timing, she said. I am about to leave for Mount Everest. What is Mount Everest? Asked the insect alien. The tallest mountain on Earth, Bora said proudly. It is 8,048 meters high. The air up there is so thin that humans can barely breathe. Why are you going there? Feltar asked. To climb to the top, Bora said like it was obvious. Hundreds of humans climb Mount Everest every year. Is there something valuable on top of the mountain? Morphic asked. Not really, Bora said. We climb it because it is there. Humans like to go places that are difficult to reach. You risk your life to reach places with no value? Elder Grove asked. The challenge is the value, Bora explained. Humans explore dangerous places because we want to know what is there. We dive to the deepest parts of the ocean. We go to the North and South Poles where everything is frozen. We even go to space. She showed the aliens pictures of humans in extreme environments. Here are humans studying active volcanoes, she said, showing a picture of people in protective suits standing next to flowing lava. And here are humans living in Antarctica for months at a time. Those environments would kill most galactic species. Feltar said quietly. Humans think they are interesting research opportunities, Bora replied. Agricultural scientist. Insu arrived carrying samples of different plants and seeds. Are you teaching our guests about human adaptability? He asked. Then you must tell them about agriculture. Agriculture? Asked Morphish. How humans grow food, Insu explained. He spread his plant samples on the table. Humans did not just learn to eat the plants and animals we found on Earth. We changed them to be more useful. Change them how? Elder Grove asked. We made plants grow bigger food, Insu said. We made animals produce more meat and milk. We took wild species and turned them into domestic species that depend on humans. You altered other species? The insect alien asked. All human food comes from species we modified over thousands of years, Insu said. Wild corn was tiny. We made it grow large ears with hundreds of seeds. Wild cows were small and dangerous. We made them large and gentle. How many species did humans modify? Feltar asked. Hundreds, Insu said proudly. We domesticated plants and animals on every continent. Wheat, rice, potatoes, corn, cattle, pigs, chickens, horses. Humans reshaped the biology of our entire planet. The aliens were silent for a long moment. You conquered your planet's ecosystem? Elder Grove asked slowly. We learned to work with it, Insu said. But yes, humans control most of the food production on Earth now. We decide which species live where and how many of them exist. Haywan spoke up again. This is why human population grew so quickly. Most species are limited by how much food they can find, but humans learned to make as much food as we needed. How much did human population grow? Asked Morphic. From maybe 10,000 humans to over 8 billion humans in just 12,000 years, Haywan said. Billion. Feltar asked in shock. Humans are very successful at survival and reproduction, Haywan said. We spread to every climate zone on Earth. We learned to live in places no other large animal could survive. Young Sick held up his hammer again. And when we found problems we could not solve with intelligence, we solved them with determination and hard work. Like hitting things with hammers, Bora added with a smile. The key to understanding humans, Sangmin said, is that we do not give up. Other species might avoid environments that are too harsh. Humans see harsh environments as challenges to overcome. Insu nodded. And when we could not find the food we needed, we did not move to places with better food. We changed the food itself to grow where we wanted to live. Humans reshape reality to fit human needs, Heywan concluded. We do not adapt to the world. We make the world adapt to us. The aliens sat in stunned silence. Finally, Elder Grove spoke in a quiet voice. Your species conquered an entire planet. We prefer to think of it as successful cooperation with our environment, Sora said, joining the conversation. Humans are very good at teamwork. Even your cooperation is terrifying, Veltar whispered. The aliens returned to their ship for what they now called their daily crisis meeting. Each day brought new revelations about how dangerous humans were. They reshape entire ecosystems. Veltar said they turn traumatic experiences into strength, added. Morphic. They solve problems by hitting them with hammers, said the insect. Alien. And they think climbing deadly mountains is fun. Elder Grove finished. The aliens were beginning to realize that humans were unlike any species in the known galaxy. They were not just adapted to survive on Earth. They had taken control of Earth and remade it to serve human needs. Outside the ship, human children were playing in the park again. But now the aliens noticed different things. The children were playing on equipment designed to be challenging and slightly dangerous. They were learning to take risks and overcome fear. The aliens realized they were not just observing another intelligent species. They were studying the apex predator of one of the most dangerous planets in the galaxy. Admiral Tae-hyun stood in the Great Council Chamber of the Galactic Federation. Representatives from thousands of different species filled the massive room. He did not know that many of them were afraid of him and the other humans. The council had been meeting for days to discuss Earth and humanity. Admiral Tae-hyun thought they were just working out the details of Earth joining the Federation. We have completed our study of Earth and its dominant species, announced Council Leader Zeph Ross, a tall being with 4 arms and purple skin. Excellent, Admiral Tae-hyun said with a smile. We are excited to work with all of you. Commander Sora and Diplomat Su-jin sat beside him. They had spent weeks preparing presentations about human culture and achievements. They wanted to show the galaxy that humans would be good Federation members. Before we discuss membership, Zephyros said carefully, we must share our findings about your world. The lights dimmed and a huge screen showed images of Earth from space. Earth scores maximum danger ratings on every environmental hazard scale we have. Zephyros announced. Admiral Tae-hyun looked confused. Danger ratings? But Earth is a peaceful world. Your planet experiences regular seismic activity that would destroy most civilized worlds, another council member said. Your weather includes electrical storms with enough energy to power our cities. You mean lightning? Sora asked. But that is just normal weather. Your planet's surface temperature varies by over 100 degrees, a third council member added. Most species cannot survive temperature changes of more than 20 degrees. Earth sounds like a very harsh world, Sujin said politely. But humans have learned to live with these conditions. That is exactly what concerns us, Zephyros replied. The screen changed to show biological data about humans. Human biology is equally extreme, the council leader continued. You carry bacterial colonies that would be classified as biological weapons on most worlds. Our gut bacteria? Admiral Tae-hyun asked in surprise. You consume toxins for pleasure, another voice said from the crowd. Plants that evolved poisons to protect themselves you harvest and eat deliberately. You mean spices? Sora asked. Humans enjoy flavor in our food. The screen showed images of human cities and activities. Your species builds structures hundreds of stories tall in earthquake zones, a council member observed. You live in areas with active volcanoes. You inhabit regions where the ground is permanently frozen. Humans are adaptable, Sujin said proudly. We can live almost anywhere. Yes, Zephyros said quietly. That is what terrifies us. The room fell silent. Admiral Tae-hyun looked around at thousands of alien faces all staring at him. Terrifies you? he asked. But we come in peace. We want to be friends. Xenosociologist Ji-hoon was called to present human culture to the council. He had prepared a presentation about art, music, and literature that he thought would show how civilized humans were. Human entertainment focuses on surviving impossible situations, Ji-hoon began. Not realizing how this sounded to the alien audience, he showed movie posters and book covers. Humans create stories about individuals overcoming overwhelming odds. We celebrate heroes who never give up, even when facing certain death. The alien audience made worried sounds. Human sports involve pushing physical abilities to their limits, Ji-hoon continued. We have competitions to see who can endure the most pain, run the farthest, or perform the most dangerous activities. Your species competes to see who can suffer the most? Asked a shocked council member. Not suffer, Ji-hoon said, confused by their reaction. We compete to see who is strongest and most skilled. Show them human music, Sora suggested, trying to help. Ji-hoon played examples of human music. Unfortunately, he started with rock music and heavy metal. This sounds like the audio signature of planetary bombardment, one alien whispered to another. The screen showed human art from throughout history. Many of the paintings depicted battles, natural disasters, and human struggles against impossible odds. Human art celebrates conflict and survival, an alien observer noted. Art helps us remember important moments in history, Ji-hoon explained. Humans create beauty from difficult experiences. Dr. Ye-jin was called next to discuss Earth's climate and environment. She thought she would share interesting scientific facts about her homeworld. Earth is currently in an ice age, she announced. Cheerfully, the entire council chamber erupted in shocked voices. Did she say ice age? One alien asked another. Earth has been experiencing below normal temperatures for several million years, Ye-jin continued. We are actually in a brief warm period between glacial advances. You mean it gets worse? Zephyros asked. Oh yes, Ye-jin said. Every few thousand years ice covers most of the northern continents. But humans always survive somehow. She showed geological data about Earth's history. Earth has experienced several mass extinction events, she said. Asteroid impacts, supervolcano eruptions, ice ages, and global pandemics have killed most life on the planet multiple times. And humans survived all of these? A council member asked. Well, humans only evolved recently, Ye-jin said, but our ancestors survived everything Earth could throw at them. And modern humans have survived plagues, natural disasters, and wars that killed millions of people. The alien council was now murmuring constantly among themselves. Admiral Tae-hyun was starting to realize that this meeting was not going as planned. Council leader, he said, standing up. I think there may be some misunderstanding. Humans are peaceful. We want to cooperate with other species. We understand your intentions, Zephyros replied, but your capabilities concern us. The screen showed data comparing humans to other galactic species. Humans can survive in environments that would kill most Federation members within minutes, the council leader explained. You consider deadly natural disasters to be minor inconveniences. Your species treats biological warfare agents as beneficial medicine. Another council member added, you solve problems through persistence and determination that other species would consider obsessive, said a third voice, and your planet regularly experiences catastrophes that would end civilization on most worlds, Zephyros concluded. Admiral Tae-hyun looked at Sora and Sujin. They all seemed confused by the alien reactions. Are you saying Earth is too dangerous for Federation membership? Sujin asked. No, Zephyros said after conferring with other council members. We are saying Earth is too dangerous for us to ignore. The council leader stood and addressed the entire assembly. After extensive deliberation, the Galactic Federation hereby declares Earth to be a Class 3 apocalypse world, he announced officially. The human delegation looked shocked. Humans are classified as a reality alteration species, Zephyros continued, capable of surviving conditions that would extinct most known life forms. That sounds terrible, Admiral Tae-hyun said quietly. However, the council leader said, raising his voice, the Federation also recognizes that these same capabilities make humans uniquely valuable to galactic civilization. The mood in the chamber began to change. We offer Earth full Federation membership, Zephyros announced. along with a special role as the galaxy's emergency response specialists. Emergency response? Sora asked. When Federation worlds face natural disasters, environmental collapse, or other survival crises, human teams will be dispatched to help, the council leader explained. Humans will also serve as planetary terraforming consultants, another council member added. Your species' ability to adapt hostile environments makes you ideal for preparing worlds for colonization, and we would like human advisors to help develop survival training programs for other species, said a third voice, Admiral. Taehyun smiled for the first time during the meeting. That sounds like work humans would enjoy. There is one more thing, Zephyros said carefully. We understand humans have recreational activities called extreme sports? Yes, Sujin said proudly. Humans enjoy challenging physical activities. We would like you to not share these activities with other species, the council leader said quickly. For their safety. What about adventure tourism? Sora asked innocently. Every alien in the chamber made sounds of fear at the same time, especially not adventure. Tourism, Zephyros said firmly. The meeting ended with Earth's full acceptance into the Galactic Federation. The humans were happy to have new friends and interesting work to do. The aliens were relieved to have found a way to keep humans busy with constructive projects. As they left the council chamber, Admiral Taehyun turned to his companions. That went well, he said. Though I am not sure why they seem so nervous. Maybe they are just not used to species from high-gravity worlds, Sora suggested. Or worlds with active geology, Sujin added. Behind them, alien delegates were updating their homeworld defense systems and revising their species' emergency evacuation plans. They had made allies of the most dangerous species in the known galaxy. But at least, now the humans would be pointing their terrifying capabilities at problems instead of potentially becoming problems themselves. In the end, both sides got what they wanted. Humans found purpose and friendship among the stars. The aliens found a way to sleep peacefully, knowing that the apex predators of Earth were on their side, and if any real threats to galactic civilization ever appeared, they would have to face humanity first.